Our next segment, let's move on. We love playing this game. Hollywood star or LA car chase, Dave? Hollywood star, somebody's had a good week, trending up, maybe eventually gets their hands put in the cement. Or LA car chase, which is a drama that's going to play out. We see it unfolding from 15,000 feet above in a helicopter, and we're following to see how this ends. Who is your Hollywood star?
None other than Lonnie Walker the fourth, who the Lakers got as a kind of bargain basement free agent this past offseason. They used the mid-level exception, taxpayers mid-level exception, I should say. And he certainly has had flashes of brilliance so far this season. I think he was the Lakers' leading scorer in their opening home game against the LA Clippers, but he had been really inconsistent with his shot. Fast forward to the Pelicans game, and he couldn't miss. You know, he hit 5 3-pointers, was making plays on both ends. And I love the quote that he told Mike Trudell of Spectrum Sports afterwards. Of course, Lonnie Walker, before Matt Ryan could hit that hero shot with 1.3 seconds left as the buzzer went off to send it to overtime, Lonnie had a great butt naked look on the wing. That's a Ty Lue term in case our fans don't know it. Ty Lue likes to say if a guy has a wide open 3-pointer, it's called a butt naked look.
You know what? Lonnie, he hasn't used that with us.
Oh man, you got to get him to use it. But Lonnie had a wide open look all the time in the world. About 7 seconds to go, could have tied the game in regulation. He misses it, but he had been shooting well prior to that moment, and then come overtime, he gets his time on the court, continues to get faith from Darvin Ham. He hits the 3 in overtime, and that helped them pull away for the victory. And he told Mike Trudell afterwards, man, my shot's just too beautiful not to be falling at a better rate. And so I love the confidence out of young Lonnie Walker the fourth. And, he could be a guy that, Adam Silver and the Olympic Tower, NBA powers that be are paying attention to come February. They love getting a Laker in the dunk contest. Lonnie can sky. Lonnie Skywalker. So we could see him perhaps at Salt Lake City for All-Star Weekend among the league's best dunkers. I think you could do much worse than inviting Lonnie.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Lonnie become a fan favorite if he isn't already, because of the dunks, because of the exciting athleticism. And then young Matt Ryan, who I still think like he should have the face paint on or something, because I still think a quarterback, Matt Ryan, whenever I hear that name, but that was a hell of a shot, hell of a way to not get his feet out of bounds. That was incredible play. Shout out Darvin Ham. Who is your LA car chest, Dave?
I think we've heard this name in this category of our show before, but we got to talk about Russell Westbrook. And it looked like everything was trending in the right direction. He comes off the bench in Minnesota. The Lakers don't win that game, but he was playing a pass-first style of ball. He was playing with excellent energy. You saw the defensive commitment that he brought late in that game. He's asked to guard a 7'1" Rudy Gobert. He doesn't complain about it. He gives his best effort there. He had a couple over-the-top deflections in that position. He puts it together even better in the first win of the season against Denver, 18-8-8. And he was dynamite in the first half against New Orleans, a near triple-double in the first half alone. But as the game progressed, there was different matchups that were working better for Darvin Ham. And the final 3 minutes or so of the fourth quarter and all of overtime, Russell Westbrook is on the bench while the Lakers are salvaging a win against the Pelicans. And quite frankly, it was apparent to myself, it was apparent to other people in the locker room who I spoke to, that Russ's body language was not buying in. Once he got pulled and put on the bench late in the fourth quarter, you saw him, kind of separate himself from his teammates, not necessarily like sitting at the end of the bench or anything like that, but while the Lakers were still in crucial possessions after crucial possessions, and there was one time when they got a score, another time when they got a stop, where you saw everybody on the bench cheering, being into it. He is there, kind of stewing in his own emotions. And he needs to get over that to unlock everything he could potentially give this team. Because, I will tell you, the team was ready to embrace him and really praising him for the level of sacrifice that he showed in taking this bench role. And he took a big leap forward by embracing that role and showing some success. But he was kind of his own worst enemy against the Pelicans, the way he reacted to a decision that was meant to help the team. And Russell Westbrook has said several times this season already that I've told Darvin Ham, I've told my teammates, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win. Well, you got to not just say it, you got to show it as well. And all these things like body language, they matter a lot. And so it's not full car chase. I would say just a fender bender, because he has saved himself by being productive in this 6-man role. And Darvin Ham even said after the Pelicans win, despite the way Russell handled that benching, that he wants Russell to get 6-man of the year. That's his goal for him. So, there's still a pathway forward here for Russ. But if the first step was recognizing that you're not going to start and getting over that, now he needs to recognize that you're not always going to end and getting over that. And if he can do that and bring the same level of energy, pass first basketball, playing with thrust, getting up and down the court, enjoying the game, bringing joy to the court, he can really help this team. But he needs to make sure that he is, as my guy Kobe Altman in Cleveland likes to say, he wants them to be, a sprinkler, not a drain.
I do have a quick question. Do you think the Lakers have found something with him defending bigs? I mean, like I also saw an offense, like he took Zion Williamson off the dribble, scored. Obviously, he has to do things like that. But I wonder, like, with him defending bigs, I mean, it's not going to last. Obviously, you don't want him defending like Jokic all the time. But do you think that's something that might help him stay on the floor as opposed to, not being able to defend, like, say, quicker point guards?
Yeah, I think it's just an added thing that Darvin Ham can use him certain situations, right? Like we saw this back in the day when Josh Hart was on the Lakers. Luke Walton was the coach. Josh Hart, not the quickest perimeter defender, certainly great defensive instincts and good strength. But he recognized, Luke did, that I could put him on a guy in the post, and Josh is going to give him as hard a time as pretty much any of our bigs. And I think Darvin's starting to see that with Russ. And the great part about that is that it's another way for Russ to feel like he's being appreciated by this team, because I think that's kind of been part of the entire problem in the time he's been in LA, that he hasn't felt like everybody has, kind of kissed the ring. Well, this is a way for him to prove it, for the Lakers to appreciate it, and for him to get back in the Hollywood star conversation versus the LA car chase.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.